Very good afternoon, my dear students. So today I'm going to discuss about introduction to computer system, computer and computing, how these things are attached and how we will going to work on it. So computer system, what we find that in our every area, there we are using a device. Okay, so as we are using the device, that particular device, what we find it, that each of this particular electronic device, what the device will going to have, the device will going to accept the data as an input. Then when it will going to take a data as an input, it will make to process it. Okay, to process and generate the result, the result will be its output. Now we find it a computer along with the additional hardware and software together called a computer system. That means we can say it that yes, it is a computer system. So this particular computer system, primarily it is comparison of what, central processing unit or CPU, central processing unit. So this particular central processing unit is the unit where we find it that the thing will going to work. Now what we find here, that we see here, there is a memory. Memory is there, input output device is there. Okay, and they has a what, single unit to deliver. Clear? All these particular unit to deliver are desired on the output. So what we are seeing here, the see this particular section, this is our central processing unit. This particular section is our central processing unit. Now in this particular central processing unit, what we are having, first we are having the input. The input will going to insert, and then that will going to give you output. But from input to output, what we find it, that there is a very big work that will be conducted by it. Okay, there will be very big work that will be conducted by it. So here is a diagram. What you see inside the CPU, there we have what, the secondary device or secondary storage device, primary memory, control unit. Okay, and with a control unit we do have an arithmetical logical unit. So all these particular units are there, and those the unit will going to work on it. Okay, so we find it that will going to work on it. So as we are seeing that each of this particular section is a very important part. So in this particular section, there we find it that the particular sections are there, and each and every section has what, the different pattern or different size of working. So where do we find it? We can find that high-end user, like the different type of laptop, isn't it? Tablets or computer, smartphone, all these different pattern of gadgets. Whatever the gadgets are there, every gadgets what we see, all the gadgets are there will going to do this work, isn't it? So we are giving something, or we are inserting something into a computer, and after we insert that particular thing, what we find it, that particular thing will going to give you the output. Clear? So when you take an input and giving you the output, a lot of work is there which is to be processed. Okay, so you can see here the interconnection between the functional components. What are the interconnection between the functional components? The interconnection between the functional component means in a computer system, we can find the computer can work in a various way, various numerous work way are there. So in a computer, we generally find there is one what, common bus architecture is there. Okay, so all this particular common bus architecture, I'll show you that particular figure. All this particular common bus architecture, what we find it, that where it will go and where it will going to proceed the work. That means there should be some input section which will going to take the input, and there should be some section which where it will going to process it. Now, processing the work, processing this particular work is very important. If you are not processing, suppose you have taken some breads, and if you are not processing the bread in a proper way, isn't it? So you cannot eat them properly. Or if you are taking some meat, if you are not processing it, then you cannot eat it. You like the KFC very much. Why KFC? Because when you find it, they are also taking the unprocessed things, that means the chickens and all. Then after that they process it in a various way, and then you find it is very much tasty. So this is the thing what we find, that there is an input needed to be processed. Okay, in our daily life we find this one. So when we find it in our daily life, even if we find it, that this is also applicable in the section or in the part where we are having a program, or where we are having our different pattern of programming structure. So all this particular programming structure what we find it, they are needed to be processed. Who is processing? CPU is processing. Okay, so CPU is processing the work. So those what we find it, there is one common bus or common section through which we can find, or common where, okay, through which we can find the data will be transmitted. The data will be transmitted and we can find the data will be worked. See here, in this particular section, what I am talking about, this is the common bus. This particular thing is a common bus. That means this is a common where through which we can find, we can transmit the data. Now, what we are having, what I said, that you have one CPU. This is your central processing unit. Okay, in the central processing unit, I am coming to this part. So, address bus is there, data bus is there, and control bus is there. Okay, so this is what, there you can find a control bus, there is a control panel, there is an input that has been taken, and there is an output that you can get it. Now you can see those arrows are the both way arrow. Why it is a both way arrow? Because when you send any information or data, all those information and data can be what, transmitted from one particular panel to the another panel. Okay, so this is how you can see, this is how you can find it, the work can be conducted, that is a main memory. So when you find the work is being done, the work will be sent to the main memory. Okay, so as it is been sent to the main memory, that main memory will again send here, and from here it will go to the CPU, central processing unit. In the central processing unit, you see here, that is ALU, arithmetic logic unit, then you have a control unit, then you have the registers. So all these things, when they are there, those the things what we find it, that they will going to do the work in this particular manner. Okay, so this is how we can find the work can be conducted. So as we are conducting the work, we find there is a concept of booting. Booting means that, what do you mean by booting? First, we have to get this particular idea clear. That means when the computer is switched on, the computer that will going to take a copy of a booted program from ROM to the main memory. That means this is the process is called booting. That means a process through which the information will be taken from what, from ROM to the main memory. That particular process is known as booting. So CPU was the first jump instruction where we find the BIOS. BIOS means basic input and output system will be done. And on this basic input and output system, what we find it, there is a process that we say it is a post. Post means power on self test. That means it will going to diagnostic the test by itself. Okay, that how the work is been done, how the work is been doing. So in this particular section, we find that there is a bootable drive. Clear? We have heard about it, the bootable drive, and in the bootable drive that will be formed into a sectors. Okay, this pattern of things will be there, this pattern of things will be there. You can find, suppose this is your drive, so in this particular drive you can find the sectors will be there. Okay, this pattern of sections will be there. Each and everything is divided into this particular sections, and each of this section what we find, that this is one sector. Clear? So this is the sector what we find it, all the sector, the information will going to store in a different way. It is not that information will store here, then the next information will be here. No, depend on the size of the information. If the first information stored here, second information can store in this place. Okay, this place can be accommodated for it. So that is totally depend on the machine, how the machine will going to store the information. So you must see that there is a master boot records. Okay, so master boot records, that master boot records will going to check that what type of activity you are doing and what you are doing. So this particular pattern of booting, that means process how you are getting the information from one particular section to the another section. This particular booting we find it that is divided into two parts. One is said warm booting, another is said cold booting. Now what is a cold booting? Cold booting means when the system start from the initial state. That means when it start at the first, when you switch on your machine, okay, that particular time when all the information are transmitted to the main memory, that is called a cold booting. And another one we say it that when we are doing at sometimes, suppose your computer is not working or you want to restart your machine, that time you find the software is again downloading from your ROM to the main memory. That is called an warm booting. Okay, so these are the different pattern of bootings are there, and this way the booting can be done. Now, classifications of the computer, how we can classify the computer? Basically, we say that in a general, we can classify the computer into three parts. One is an analog computer, one is a digital computer, another one is a hybrid computer. Now, digital computer means what? Which will understand only the digit. That means the technology of formation, that means binary digit 0 and 1. So combination of this binary digits, 1 means present and 0 means absent of the voltage. Based on the presence and absence of the voltage, what we find it, the work will be conducted. Okay, in this way what we can find, they will send the information of combinations of zeros and 1, that means on and off, isn't it, on and off all the voltage, and the information will be sent. So in the industry, in the business field, in the scientific research application, everywhere we find that this particular pattern is used because our data is originally stored in a digital computing system. Now next one, what is that? The analog computer. Analog computer means where we find there is a phenomenal such as a fluid pressure, like our what blood pressure. So blood pressure, when that particular machine is been taking the measurement, we can find it is an analog machine. Some lines you can see when we are heart is being checked, okay, heartbeat is being checked. So these are the things what we can find it, that they will going to do the things like seismograph. Yeah, I think you have seen the seismograph in different types of things. You have seen recording of the what, the different places, volcanoes, isn't it? So earthquake, etc., etc. The all these things what we can find that are all what our different types of analog computers. That means there we can find in the nuclear plant, in the aircraft making, isn't it? So all these areas what we find they are being utilized. Next, what a hybrid computer. Hybrid means combination of analog and digital, isn't it? So where we find that there is a combination of analog and digital computer, those the computer we say it as an hybrid computer. That means in this particular computer what we can see and what we can find that basically this particular computer components are being comprised of two particular things, that means both the analog and digital phase. So as we are having all this particular analog and digital phase, we are going to have this particular structure and we are going to include those structures. Okay, so both of these things, both of these particular sections are been working on this particular work, that we say that it is an hybrid computer system. Okay, so as the hybrid computer system, we find it that this particular computer system we can work very nicely and we can get the work to be done. Okay, so this is how, this is the pattern how we can see that we will going to do this particular work. So this is the thing, this is the part of our analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computer. So this is how the computer system, the basic divisions of the computer systems are there and how we can do it. So thank you students, this is the end of today's session. I am ending my class here. Thank you all.